Obviously, a very hard-fought game. Oregon did a good job applying pressure to us for the entire game. We had our chances down the stretch and didn't capitalize on them. And you have that small window against a good team like Oregon. You got to jump through it or it can close on you, and closed on us in the overtime.
How tough was it just to handle their big guys?
I wouldn't say it was tough. I thought ours was ace. I haven't even looked at what Woods ended up with. 7-16, he had a pretty good game. We didn't want the rest of their guys to go off on us, but obviously he played well. Down the stretch, Kazemi, I think it was 0 for 2 at halftime, something like that, but in transition, second half, offensive boards, he really came to life. Made some big plays for him.
After the game, you told your guys what?
Didn't know if this was our last game or not. Basically, that's what I told him.
Do you have a sense that you may get some type of invite somewhere?
I can't predict what happens in postseason anymore. 2007, we won 19 games. I thought we were 2 games away from being in the NCAA tournament. We didn't get an NIT bid that year, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. Obviously, I think we deserve it of it, but I don't know.
How concerted was the effort after time to get the ball inside?
We said that's what we were going to do early. Sean Noraziz had taken a shot. And right off the bat, I thought our guys did a good job of getting it into them. And they did a good job of converting.
Wilcox on the final possession of regulation said you want to end up with an ISO for him. What did you see transpire when he drove?
So a huge gap, huge gap. You know, you put something out there, you always want to see how they're going to defend it. You kind of check 1, that's okay, check 2, that's okay. All right, it's exactly the way we want it. We got it there, and we just didn't get it up to the basket. But that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to get them in isolation up there. They could go to the basket, draw a foul. So that's what I mean. We certainly had our chances there.
And just this series with Oregon, just why has this been such a tough matchup this season?
Well, number one, they're good. They were a weekend away from winning the league. We were 6th place finish. They're a good team. They were better than us this year.
You know, in a way, the game seemed a bit of a microcosm of their season, that you're able to get some things going, get out ahead, and
Couldn't
then kind of the
quite
old
get
things. Yeah, backtrack a few. Do you agree, I guess?
Yeah, just couldn't get over the hump. Speaking of hump, our season's not over, so hope we have a chance to play, but that's kind of how we've been this year. Been right there so many times.
Coach, you brought up that you would be receptive to any postseason bid. What would it mean to you to get that postseason bid, and what would it do for your program moving forward?
Well, I think we're invited to the NIT. It gives our seniors some more games. Last year we were in the NIT, and I don't know how excited our guys were at first, but after we won a couple, got pretty excited for it.
Would you be receptive to the CBI?
No.
Lorenzo, you won your share of close games, but in conference play alone, you lost 10 of them. This was the 10th one by single digits. Is there any common denominator in that, or are all the games different to you?
A lot of them were different. There's some that we dug ourselves in a hole, came back, fought, and we couldn't climb over the top because we turned it over too many times. There are other games where we defended our opponent shoots under 40%, and we did the same. We just couldn't make shots. Our inability to take care of the ball and our inability at times make shots, made a difference in a lot of those games because there are a lot of those games where we did a good job of defending, good enough to win on the defensive end, but couldn't get it done on the offensive end.
What were they doing tonight that really gave you guys a lot of trouble?
They did a good job of pressuring us. You know, we still shot 45%. They did a good job of pressuring us, getting up on our wings and trying to drive the ball. It made it hard for us to get into offense at times.
In situations where you had the last shot, was it more difficult with this team to know to get the exact play, run the right way, and get exactly what you want in those situations?
I can just say this. There's sometimes you're at the mercy of who you would put in the game at the time, due to foul trouble or something like that. One person, I say this about defense a lot, but one person's not on the same page, then it looks like nobody's on the same page. And what the heck are you doing out there? And there have been times when that's happened. That falls on me. You can't go out there and, even though you think we go over to practice and go over in a timeout, and as they're walking on the floor, we say it again, maybe there's something else you got to do. I got to be able to find that to be able to get the most out of your players, most out of your team. So when there are deficiencies, you got to find a way to cover up those.
How do you think going to overtime changed the tone of the game?
You know, sometimes you can go into overtime and feel like mentally, I can't believe we're going into overtime. We had this. We'll go out sometimes to that approach, not because, you know, you got to go out where this is not over. No way we're going to lose it now. We have 5 more minutes. Obviously, that's how we're going to play.
Did you guys perform?
Oh, I just think, I just think we were limited in terms of substitutions. We were just limited in certain things. I'll just leave it at that.
Guys, I got to move coach somewhere else, and if the locker room's open,